Oh, I can only assume that we are live. I can only assume. So today, oh, let's see if that fixes it. There'll be a little bit of playback now. No, it doesn't sound like it did. So apologies for sound like a robot. I've got a new headset coming soon. I don't really know what causes it, to be honest with you. Maybe it's because Discord's open. I don't know. We'll see what sort of happens. So I'll pop out this chat so I can have a look. So, quick recap. So we've got to make, we'll call it 780. We've got to make 780 today to pass. And once we made 780, that will be us past stage 2, which is kind of crazy. I mean, the trade yesterday was absolutely insane. I mean, that ended up making, I think it was 11,000 and something. We can go down here and have a look. Yeah, 11,105, which was good for the past 4 days. We did nothing but losses. We got absolutely annihilated on the night, on the 10th. As you can see, absolutely annihilated. We were keeping them quite small up until then. I mean, that was a little bit big, but not that large. Like I say, 2K is pretty much where I'm like, oh, I'm happy with. So we're at 219 things. But that was a brutal day. And then much like we did on stage 1, it seems that we had one good day that passed us through. So we got 11,105. We've got to make £700 today. It's kind of annoying a little bit. I'm happy that I did call it because I didn't want to sit there all night. But as we can see, it pretty much did exactly what I thought it was going to do, is just continue pushing to the top side all day until pretty much 9 o'clock, until the market closed, which is exactly what it did. And I think I got out at 8:30, so I think I got out here. So if we did leave it and I didn't get impatient, by about 9 o'clock I would have passed stage 2. It is what it is. I mean, I don't really mind too much. A little bit bummed. I went against everything that I normally speak about, but it was 8:30. I do obviously work a normal job, so for me it was like, do I really want to potentially, sit here till 9 o'clock and it not pass and just keep on falling down and get out for a little bit less? Like, do I really want to do that? And it wasn't really something that I wanted to do. I wanted to go out for smoke. I wanted to play some games. I had a mate that was going on holiday today, so he weren't going to be on for the next 10 days. So I was like, well, fuck it, I'll just join, have a little chit chat, and we'll come in again today. At least then today, all we need to do is make 700. So what we'll do really is we'll put TPs on. We'll make that bigger, and what we'll do is the TP is that the P&L will be we'll do like 780, because that is what we need. 780. So do 780 as being the TP, and then whatever we go for is pretty much what we'll do. At least then it knows that when it hits and closes out, that's what we're looking at in to pass. So hopefully today we can pass stage 2, which is, as you're already aware, is not something that I was expecting to happen. It might not happen, we might not lose. We might hit a really bad day again and lose like £4,000. And be back at where we started at the beginning of this stage 2 challenge. We might pass. We don't know. I don't know. So all we can do is just put some skin in the game and see sort of what happens. If we go into here and we were to sort of like highlight again off that RSI to see sort of where we're at, this would have been a turnover. We would be then looking at going obviously short. The shortest high would have been around here, so we popped it in and immediately revved back in, and this is now sort of looking like this is, where the TP is the new high. As if you don't know what I'm talking about, it's just something that I've just been sort of testing, as that being because we had an impulse move, the support or the resistance just before the impulse move being the correlated to the price chart will be the new high or pivot point before we go. So by the looks of it, we're looking at shorts until obviously that gets popped, and then we'll potentially be looking at longs. So far today on the open, not much volume at all. Going off of it, it does seem like the next day we do still continuate with some volume. kind of every day we have a big day, there is volume there. So there is a chance today that we can potentially pass. Be cool if we do. I mean, I'm not going to put no sweat on myself if we don't. You know, if I had left it last night and had that bit of patience and didn't want to go get fucking stoned and play some games, I would have passed. So I've only got myself to blame if today we take a loss of like 2,000-3,000. I've only got myself to blame, you know. But then at the same time, if this was in a master account and we had passed, we'd have made a £2,000-3,000 loss on the past account. So no matter what way you look at it, there's always one positive or one negative that you can spring out of it. I suppose it's just how you look at it. Again, I do apologise for the mic being for some weird reason robotic. I'm not sure if it's still staying robotic. Let me just double check. Yeah, it's still fucked. So I have no idea what's going on with that, so I can only apologise. I wouldn't be surprised if no one really watches this stream due to that. This chart's moving a bit strange. I'm just going to put it to a point where I can see it a little bit easier. But obviously sales are sort of looking a little bit more positive. Structure here does look a little bit more like we're looking at sales. You know, we had this sort of top high resistance we hit 3 times, and the same with the low, but we punched it once, and when we come up to retest that, pardon me, that high, we immediately slept through it, through that other low. So this could be signaling a high that may fail, we may shoot low. We could also see it just immediately revert back up. I mean, just because we see a pattern in the market doesn't mean the pattern's actually there. You know, we could just be looking at clouds, thinking that, you know, that, oh, that one looks like a dragon, or that one looks like a person, whereas no, it's a fucking cloud. We might look at it with our artistic minds and say, oh, that one looks like a dragon, but the clouds would just say, well, no, it's a cloud. So market might just, we might say, oh, this looks like we're seeing a low high and we could be printing lower, and the market might just say no, that's just price moved down, I'm about to move back up. But I am tiptoeing around the idea. We've got a minute 30 until candle close to get in. Like I say, the lovely thing would be to just get straight in, get first trade straight down to 700 and pass. That'd be awesome. So we weren't here for the New York Open. It doesn't look like I missed out on a much. New York Open being here. So I'm not too fussed about that. In actual fact, I think I probably would have got into a loss. I probably would have sold here, closed out here, or even here on a large loss. I definitely would have sold on this candle here. And probably been out of that candle here. So we probably would have racked up 2 losses if we were here at New York Open. So let's just hope to see that that isn't a sign of things to come. It could very well be. Let's say what I'm hoping and praying for really is that we get our first position moves just 780 in our way, close us out, and we could just then, you know, enjoy that. 35 seconds till candle close. Like I say, I go off a world clock, not off of this, because they're 10 seconds behind. Very irritating, even though I've got it on the correct time zone and the time's out. I mean, if you ever have a doubt on it, just wait until you see mine flick from here till 3 o'clock, and then wait how long it takes for this one to flick till 3, and you'll see what I mean, that it's out. Given it should be changing in like 13 seconds, 10 seconds. 5 seconds. Oh, maybe they're not out. Maybe my no, it looks like they're actually running true. It's my well, that's strange. My world clock's out. That is strange. So far, I'm not seeing anything that I'd want to take. I mean, we're probably trading around POI right now from open. Let's have a look. trading just above it. I'd imagine PRI is pretty much where my cursor is now. No, we're just pretty much trading around PRI. PRI point of interest. Got value area high here, value area low here. So we're pretty much trading within value. Testing value area high now. I mean, if you were a volume trader, this would be a very easy, quick short you would have taken on that top high. Looking to take down to maybe this bottom here, or especially this bottom of this candle. For me, it's not something I'm interested in. So I've literally walked in the back gate of my house and immediately come and sat down at my desk. So I have no idea, I haven't gone for a toilet, I haven't had a coffee, I haven't done anything yet. So it's a bit rough. So I am hoping that the first trade will pretty much be a winner. As we can just sort of get in and get out and I can go and enjoy my evening. It's an early finish, Been lucky the last couple of days, really the last 2 weeks, really, for my time of getting home. I mean, I think my average home time has been about 3 o'clock, which is quite nice. Now, I'm going to stop talking and just keep this open and we'll see. Mainly because the droid voice that's going on. I mean, when I rewatch this, it's going to fucking irritate the shit out of me. So God knows if any of you are watching or going to watch, how annoying it will be as a turn off. And you're not really going to, even if there is anything to learn, but you're not going to learn anything from this. Fuck off. So yeah, I'm going to mute. close to pulling a short then if we closed at the bottom, but we didn't. We bought straight back up, so could have been in for a quick loss there. I'm going to remove this. I feel like it's influencing my trading decision. I don't want it to be the case. It's very close to taking a sell there. Obviously, if it maintains that high, we would have busted through that top high, which would have given us a new low of being here. If that is the case, we'll see how it plays out. Obviously, I'm more inclined now to take obviously long positions. We'll see. We've got 2 minutes till bar close. Really, really strong break on that top side. We've got just coming on 45 seconds till candle close. So I think I'm going to take a buy here. I'm going to try our luck. Let's see. Let's see if there's a continuation with that volume, or if we're going to get a loss and we're going to just sort of lose today and have to chase our tails for tomorrow and then potentially into next week. It's not looking good, Brev. Let's say if we were to go off anything that we were talking about before, obviously that's a really small impulsive move, but to the top side, so we correlate that, obviously that'd be the new swing low. And the idea of it pushing up high, given that we took out this being the significant high, and the reason for that idea of that being the significant high is, as I said before, this being the impulse and this being the high before the impulse. If we correlate that to prices up here, obviously there's nothing to go off of. You have to do your own due diligence to see if that is actually the case or not. I'd love to see this get bullish now and just take up to our take profit. I mean, but this is hoping today. This is pure pure hope. I kind of wish that I didn't do this to myself and that I just held on yesterday, because I got a feeling that today we might lose and be chasing our tail tomorrow. And if we lose again tomorrow, we could be chasing our tail into next week. Whereas if I left it yesterday, we would have just passed yesterday and it would have been beautiful. But I mean, I can't be kicking about myself over the past, but I did tell you, if I close out just because of a different reason that isn't what my gut's telling me to do, and then I watch the price continue way higher, it kills me. It would really annoy me. It's the next day, and I'm already talking about it still. Whereas if we took a big loss the next day, I'm not really talking about it. Other than that day, obviously we lost like 5,000. That was more of the fact that the market just did not move more than the loss itself. I mean, obviously I'm going to hold. It's so close, man. That's actually pain. Oh, P&L, no. Oh, that was lucky that I changed that. Yeah, I mean, that is pain. Look how close we got. We might come back up in here. I mean, we might not. I really do hope that we do, for obvious reasons, but I mean, if it doesn't, it doesn't. I mean, it kind of is what it is. I mean, it's a little bit like a tease on being edged, but we'll have to just see. I mean, I'm happy. First trade, straight away. Let's go close positions. Let's go to the day. 786. Yeah, we got exactly what we wanted. First trade straight up. As we see. So that means that all in 5,008. That is the account passed. So I guess I'm a funded trader. I assume I'm a funded trader now. 0 left. 0 days, I assume. Yeah. I mean, all that with a 24% win ratio. Show you that winning isn't everything. It's how you handle them losses and how you manage to get back. We can see the average profit there being 2,600, pretty much 2,700. The average loss being 577, with win ratio of 24%. Most people would be like, "Oh, you haven't got 80. You've got a 99% accuracy." But you can see we didn't need to. Honestly, I'm not. That's a deep dive equity curve, and we went all the way down to 93,000. I mean, I'm extremely happy and extremely excited for the prospect, but at the same time, I don't really think it's really set in yet that I'm now obviously a funded trader. Yeah, really not bad going, honestly. I mean, we went into this expecting to lose. We went into this expecting to lose the account and to not pass. And we passed stage 1 pretty quickly, and we were like, okay, That was crazy, maybe a complete fluke. We're going to stage 2. I then was nearly 100% sure a couple of days ago that we were going to fail stage 2 and have to go back in for a reattempt in a couple of weeks. But to now see it, that we've passed stage 2, yeah, brilliant. Trading objective passed. And all on live stream, which is a really, really cool thing. Something that I can watch back, and if, we might, obviously, sorry, my brain's just a little bit all over the place. But yeah, I mean, that's 100k passed, and I'm happy we did it all on live stream as well. I mean, every single step of this has been taken on live stream. There hasn't been a single trade off of stream taken. There hasn't been, there's been nothing off of stream. Every single thing to do with this account and passing has been done on stream. And I'm really, really happy about that. I mean, it gives me something to watch back in the future as well. I mean, it's looking like as we got out, it tapped us and it looks like the market might even turn a little bit. So it looks like a nearly perfect exit. Just what we wanted the market or the powers it be, it seems, granted me that. So I'm happy. I'm extremely happy. Obviously now is the big task. Now is the big task. Can we pull money out? Can we see money hit our bank account? I mean, yeah, look at that right out there. I love that. I'm so happy. Oh god. But yeah, obviously the next bit is can we pull money out on this next stage when I guess we get the Masters account now. And when we get the Masters account, can we pull out? Can we pull out money? Can we get, like I said at the beginning of this challenge, and I'm going to do it now anyway, and say it again now at the end of the challenge. I'm on the first day going to just put on a profit target on myself of £1,200, or just on the first week. The first withdrawal is going to be £1,200. The reason for that is the account costs 400. So that means then, that I get 3 more attempts at it if I do fail for free. So, the first withdrawal is going to be 1,200. And once we make that withdrawal, I guess we'll just continue as we have been continuing and see if I can have a day, either of them 2 days really, that we pull profit. If I can have an £8,500 day or an £11,000 day. I mean, I don't know. I really, really don't know. But all I do know is that for today, that's me done. I mean, I don't know how long we were even streaming for, how long we were in the market for. It seems that we've been going for half hour. So really, really quick in and out trade. Just one trade straight off the top, gets us to the pass. Yeah, we're passed. I'm happy. I'm extremely happy. Obviously, I don't know how long it will take to get the Masters account. I think just to get stage 2 took over a day. So it might be the case again until we get the Masters account. But all I do know is that I will see and live stream, as we have for this challenge, on the Masters account. And I will, obviously I'm not going to live stream me putting my bank details in if we do manage to pass. I'm not going to get any money out even. I'm not going to live stream, obviously, me put my bank details in and things like that. But what I will do is, if we do manage to get any money out, which would be absolutely insane, but if we do manage to get any money out, what I'll do is I will then show, evidence of that on the stream. I'll show like however they go through their withdrawal process and when it goes in there, and I might even take a little screenshot of my bank if it gets deposited in and scratch out everything else. I don't know. But that's if, that's an if we manage to pull money out of this account. That's a big if. We've been quite close to losing this account. There's a good chance potentially we could get this Masters account and blow it, which would be a bit disappointing. I mean, I'm over the moon anyway that we managed to pass. I really wasn't expecting it. One thing I do know is that if we do, I'll keep it open and we'll just keep on trading the account pretty much until we lose it. And then when we lose it, depending on how much money we get, we might even go for a £200,000 account. I don't know. I mean, I'm kind of riding high on emotions right now. So I think I'm going to call it there. That's going to be it. Thanks if you have been watching for staying tuned and getting through. I hope that if you have, you might have just, maybe sometimes You know, in my construction, my job, sometimes we have like, you know, you'll do something, you can't get it to fucking work. You know, if you're doing bifold doors or something, you cannot get them to where they keep on closing with, and just a fresh set of eyes, sometimes untrained eyes, but with a fresh set of eyes on it, they'll have a different way of thinking or a different way around it, or a little bit more patience than you've got, and they'll get the doors working for you. You know, or if it's sparks or plumbing or whatever. But there's always those moments in construction where we always say, like, you know, someone says, "I'll come out and I'll have a fresh set of eyes on it." Sometimes like they can just sort it out. So maybe that's the case for this. You know, if you do watch it, maybe a fresh set of eyes of someone else trading and seeing how they pass might be something in here that you can learn off of me and be like, oh, actually, that's something that I need to do that this idiot's been doing. But if this idiot can pass 100k whilst working a job, why? Like, there's no reason that you can't. You know, if I can pass, and I'm an idiot, if I can pass 100k and work a job and do it in less than 2 weeks, there is no reason that if you're really, really trying out there that you can't. But as we say with my work, maybe you're trying a little bit too hard. You know, if you're trying too hard, you're making it a little bit too difficult. Maybe that's where you're going wrong, or maybe you've got everything right, but it's just your emotions. You know, you don't really know what will be more painful. You know, you look at just the profit and you get blindsided by it, but you don't look at the hindsight before it happens. You know, as I've said a million times, like we had yesterday, I'd much rather on this trade here that we got into yesterday, somewhere around here, I'd much rather, when we got up to here, see it turn and come back to break even and get out at break even and lose potentially 7,000 on a trade, than see it push higher and higher and higher like it did now up to here and know that I closed out here at 7,000 profit when I could have taken 15,000. But just not saying that's the right thing to do. What I'm saying is that me understanding how I emotionally feel and how I'm going to react to events and different scenarios allows me to lay out every different outcome and see which one would actually make me more annoyed or more angry or would play on my emotions more. And for me, you know, closing out for £5,000 of profit but seeing the market move £10,000 in profit is more painful than losing that £5,000 of profit and ending up that trade at a negative and minus $200 or $500. For me, the pain is much higher closing out at a profit and seeing the market continue, because I feel like that, you know, and if you can address those emotions and say, okay, I do know that's kind of me, why? Like, that don't make no sense. Surely it's counterintuitive. Why is that the case, and what could the knock-on things be? Well, for me, as I discussed in the prior days that we've been trading this, is that if I took out £5,000 of profit and it moved £10,000 of profit, but I already took out 5, I know the next day I'm going to be trying to hold and look for like, oh, I can't take profit here even though I probably should, because it could prove £10,000, you know, and then all of a sudden it comes against me and then it loses and I'm like, oh fuck, I kind of knew I should have been out there but I didn't, because blah blah blah, and I'm like, okay, well I'm okay with that loss, and then you see it, you get in another position and it moves all the way down, and you think, oh, I'm just going to keep on holding it just in case it gets bigger, and then it rockets against you, and you think, I'm still going to hold it, and you're in now £1,000 of negative equity, and you think, I'm still going to hold it, because you're chasing that big win. I feel like that's more damaging for me than just risking what's on the table. But yeah, I mean, I'm over the moon. I'm going to go use the toilet and go have a smoke, I think an early smoke, and fuck knows what else. I mean, it's half 3, no one's back home in my lot until like 3 o'clock, for another 3 hours. But yeah, we can see that under review, the account is under review, and we'll give you an update of the next 2 working days. So yeah, it looks like we'll probably be back potentially trading this Monday on a live account. I don't really know what there is to do under review. I mean, we took enough trades, didn't we? It weren't like it just was pure gambled. I mean, in the sense of like, you know, one trade. No, we took 22 trades over 6 days, with a total lots of being 28.3 lots. So yeah, I mean, with an average of nearly 3 trades a day. So I don't really see how they can, you know, try to decline the account on the master account if they do that. But if they do, again, I'll live stream it. You know, we'll live stream it, and I'll live stream my emails to them and see and get to the bottom of why it allowed me to have a master account. If that is something they do, and give you guys the heads up and everyone out there the heads up, but maybe funding Pips isn't to be trusted if you have this style of trading that I've been doing. But yeah, maybe they just go straight away through and say, oh, here's your funded account, come Monday, and then I can just go live and trade it, and then we'll go through the withdrawal process and see if they have any qualms with, allowing withdrawal rules, or if they just pay them straight out. I mean, we're going to get to the bottom of this together. It's my first time doing it, so it'll be potentially you've done it before or anything, but I think maybe not with this company, but as I'm going through it, you guys are going to see me go through it as I see it. There's no pre-stuff happening, there's no prior knowledge of it. So, yeah, we'll do this together. Well, thanks for watching. Yeah, great turnout past stage 2.